Well, hello everyone. Dr. Jeff Galini here, coming to you live from the lab, bringing you facts and not fiction. Science fiction, that is. One of the questions that has been coming in quite abundantly to our allamericansups.com site, and just a couple of you have gotten quite hostile concerning sucralose, saying that how dare we put sucralose in any of our products. Sucralose is dangerous. Sucralose will kill you. Sucralose will cause this and that. I don't know where you're getting your information from. As I have said, quit reading stuff off of the internet. Most of the stuff out there is bogus. So since sucralose approval by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, now some of you go, oh, the Food and Drug Administration doesn't monitor supplements. Yes, they do. First of all, sucralose is not a supplement. Sucralose has been approved as a food additive in over, I want to say 50 different applications or something. There was over 100 safety studies over 20 years that were done. And the FDA proved that sucralose is completely safe. Now, you don't use a lot of it. That's the key. The reason why we use it is years and years and years ago, we had to rely on sugar. Now, in order to get a protein powder sweet with sugar, I need 20, 25, 30 grams. Did you hear me? Grams. Talk about get me fat quick, Jack. That's why we quit using sugar. Aspartame came in. Aspartame had a little bit of a metallic taste, so I was really excited with the introduction of sucralose because sucralose does come from sugar, and it is 600 times the sweetness of sugar. So we use a very, very small amount. Now remember, 1 scoop of powder, depending on what the powder, is going to make anywhere from 8 ounces to 16 ounces of that finished beverage. So again, we're using a very small amount. I was going to come over here to the balance, which is a scale, and I was going to scale out for you 25 milligrams. For those of you not familiar with milligrams, that is the metric. Very, very small amount, but I wanted you to see how much goes in to 16 ounces of finished water. Now, I typically use anywhere from 25 to maybe 70 milligrams of sucralose, depending on what the product is, what I'm trying to do. Sometimes some of these nasty pre-workouts, we will have to go to that upper limit. But again, the amount that they were using in the safety studies is way, way, way above what we use in the dietary supplement industry. Now, I can't speak for the food industry. I think they use way more than we do. But anyhow, I've got some sucralose here, and I'm just going to weigh out 25 mgs for you. Now, there are 1,000 milligrams in a gram, and there are 30, give or take 29.36 grams in an ounce. So we're talking about 25 milligrams. I'm going to try to get this up here where you can see, if you can see that little bit of powder in the bottom. Sorry, trying to get this. There you go. That's 25 milligrams. That's going to make about 16 ounces of finished product. Why do we use sucralose instead of sugar? Well, we already know that sugar is the #1 cause of people being overweight. Sugar is addictive. That's why you are addicted to chocolate and sweets and cookies and all that. It is that sugar. The sugar business, the sugar companies know that. They actually funded the cholesterol study years ago where the sugar industry was starting to get a bad rap, and they tried to do a little magic trick and defer it to the meat industry, saying that meat caused heart disease. Well, we now found out that that was bogus. that sugar will raise your cholesterol. Sugar is bad in high quantities. You don't want to be drinking a protein drink with 30 grams of sugar 2, 3, 4 times a day. So by using sucralose, we're able to use a little bit, give you that sweetness so it tastes very, very good, but without any of the calories. Sucralose is calorie-free. So it can be used by diabetics. It can be used in low-calorie regimens. It could be used on a contest prep diet if you're a bodybuilder or a fitness person. There's a lot of ways, a lot of reasons that we go about using it. So again, be careful what you read out there. There are a lot of people who have opinions, and they all want to say they're correct. But again, this is facts. Go to the FDA site. You can see. The FDA does not allow anything on the market that they approve that's not safe. That's the facts, Jack. Now, the other one that pops up, and I'm going to kind of include it in here, and this one is almost embarrassing that somebody would say stevia is dangerous. Stevia comes from a plant. It's no more dangerous than ginger root or cayenne pepper or echinacea or any other herbal botanical product that you would take. It's an extract. We extract herbs all day long. Ginseng, we pull out the ginsenosides. Green teas, we pull out the polyphenols or we pull out the caffeine. That's what an extract is. Stevia, we extract the sweetness, the stevicides, basically. So it's nothing more than an herbal extract. And again, FDA has given this GRAS status, meaning that it can be used as an all-natural sweetener in dietary supplements or food. Now, I don't use as much stevia because it does have a little bit of aftertaste. Typically, you can't use more than about 15, 20 milligrams, but sometimes combining it with sucralose, depending on the formulation, is how we get that nice rounded flavor. Flavor profiles are very, very complex things that contain tartness, the actual flavoring system, sweetness. There are a lot of things that go into making something taste good, and sweetness is a very big part. Now, if you are just dead set against using sucralose or using stevia, that's great. That's your choice. Maybe you don't like the taste. Maybe it has some conflict with a medication, not that I know of any, but that your doctor says. Or maybe you want to believe what you read on the internet. Well, that's why we always make neutral forms available. You can always buy neutral proteins. You can always buy neutral carbolin. You can always buy neutral crealkaline. Everything we have, for the most part, you can buy neutral, unless it's one of those just flat out nasty tasting things that you would not be able to mask, like a BCAA. Then, if you can't take, you don't want to take because it contains sucralose, then get your BCAAs from protein, because whey protein contains all the branched chain amino acids. As a matter of fact, it's a complete protein, contains your essential and non-essential amino acids, which is what makes it a complete protein. So, my friends, in closing, these are the facts. Be careful what you listen to or what you read on the internet. All right, that's today's Lab Jab. If you have a suggestion of some topic you would like me to come into the laboratory and show you, go to allamericansups.com and hit the customer service button and say, you know what, I'd like to see this demonstrated on Lab Gab. And you might be lucky enough for me to come into the lab and to show your experiment. All right, everybody. God bless. Take care.